Welcome to the 6th episode of the Coin Flip. I'm Will, and we also have Chris.
What's up, guys?
And usually we have Connor, but unfortunately Connor is sick today. In his absence, we have a special guest. Everyone give your warmest of welcomes to Nash Milner.
Hey guys, I'm really excited for this podcast.
Just some context for Nash before we get started. He was originally supposed to only be on the Thursday night football portion, as he is a very avid Falcons fan. But in Connor Lacey's presence, it seems we will be having Nash for the entire podcast, which I'm really excited about. And I think we should just dive straight in for the first game.
Yep,
I agree.
Seahawks versus Bucks, first ever NFL game in Germany. And for me, I think as the Bucks would probably be favored in the beginning of the season of this game, I'm going to have the red-hot Seahawks as they've had so much momentum heading into this game.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the schedule week 1, you're like, oh, that's cool. It's a Germany game. Problem is it's going to be a blowout. No. If it's a blowout for any team, it's going to be a blowout for the Seahawks. I don't think it's going to be. Seahawks win by about 4-7, but I still think the Seahawks win. They have overperformed so much this year, and the Bucks have underperformed. It's like it's giving me David and Goliath vibes.
Yes, I agree. I say Seahawks by definitely 7 or more. With Geno Smith, I'd like to see a heavy run game for the Seahawks.
And these predictions sound like crazy to say if we said them before the season.
Definitely. Yeah.
We also have Connor's predictions, and he took the Seahawks in this one.
Okay, heading into the next game, we have a battle of some of the worst teams in the NFL. Lions versus Bears. I'm going to take the Bears in this matchup. Lions may have just come off of probably one of the worst NFL teams that's been playing worst playing NFL teams this season, the Packers. So I'm going to take the Bears. I think Justin Fields is going to have not as good as he had last, but I think he's going to have a pretty solid game. I think it's going to be heavy around David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert as well as Justin Fields. I think it's not going to be a high-scoring game. Maybe like 18-12, something of that nature. I think it's going to be a pretty sloppy game in general, as it's in Chicago and the Hurricanes rolling in. I think there could be some rain, and I'm just going to take the Bears in that.
Yeah, you got the. I still don't buy the Justin. I'm not on the Justin Fields hype train, but the Lions are just so bad that I don't think the Bears can lose. The Bears aren't that terrible. I don't think they're actually a bottom 5 team, and the Lions are just so bad that I don't see any way that the Bears will actually lose this game.
I agree with Chris and you, Will. Bears definitely by a decent amount. Yeah. I'd like to see David Montgomery and Justin Fields be run heavy, but I wouldn't tune in to watch this game. It definitely will be sloppy.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to watch it. Next game, also not one of the better games. I think this could be pretty blow-a-heavy game. Dolphins, Browns. I'm going to take the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins' offense is going to overpower. And thinking about it, the Dolphins' defense, pretty much every good aspect of the Browns' offense locked in a bag. I think they just upgraded their front 7, getting Bradley Chubb, and they've been upgrading it a little bit. They didn't show it the best against the Bears, but I think they could have a little bounce back game. And Byron Jones and Xavier Howard could easily lock up Amari Cooper, and I don't think Jacoby Brissett could do anything past the ball if Amari Cooper's locked up. So yeah, I got the Dolphins in this game.
Yeah, I got the Dolphins by like 10 or 15. Dolphins have played some close games, especially last week against teams that they should have blown out. But I think the Dolphins with Tua are a top 7, maybe even top 5 team. So I think the Dolphins get a pretty solid win in this one.
I agree. Dolphins by 10 or more probably. And I think Bradley Chubb adding to that defense with their good secondary, I think that could be a big turnaround for that defense.
I really agree with that. Heading to the next one, we were talking about this game earlier in the day. It may, on paper, look like a big, heavy blowout. Jaguars versus Chiefs. I am going to take the Chiefs in this game, but I think the Jags are going to put up a somewhat good fight. I think Travis Etienne is going to continue to piggyback off of his high-level performance.
Chiefs by 20.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Chiefs by 20.
I think the Jaguars are going to lose by like 10, but I think they're going to do a lot better.
We forgot to give Connor's prediction for Dolphins-Browns. He chose Dolphins.
Yeah.
Okay. Nash, you want to give your prediction for that game?
Yeah, Jaguars, Chiefs. I think definitely Chiefs, but I think this the Jaguars could hold the Chiefs to a decently close game. The Chiefs have definitely not been playing the best this season, but I think, yes, definitely Chiefs.
Only by 20, Jags are the most overrated team in the NFL.
Controversial, but we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Connor's pick was the Chiefs. Heading into the next game, we have Vikings versus Bills.
Very good game.
I think the
game of the week.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely game of the week. I'm so excited. More than any other matchup. Maybe last year, Justin Jefferson versus Trayvon Diggs. But I think Justin Jefferson versus this entire Bills secondary is going to be really good.
The best defense in the league.
One of the best defense in the league versus one of the best offense or player in the league.
No offense.
No offense. With Dalvin Cook, Kirk Cousins.
They traded for T.J. Hawkinson. Kirk Cousins has been playing like a top 10 quarterback, and Adam Thielen is always reliable.
Yeah, Adam Thielen. I think the Vikings have a legitimate shot at...
They have a shot at a ring.
Yeah, they have a shot at the ring.
And I think, not to get off topic, but I think Kirk was a very underrated quarterback in Washington.
Okay, that's 5 years ago. That's
way off topic, but
yes.
Well, Kirk is sneaky.
He's a very good quarterback.
I think he snuck into a top 10 quarterback this year.
Yeah, and I think he's definitely lead this Bills team to a ring. Their defense is doing insane. Harrison Smith is having an insanely good season.
Yeah.
Probably defensive player of the year caliber. Maybe not yet if he continues to stellar play, possibly. But heading into the next game, we have...
Wait, whoa. We didn't give our predictions.
Oh, sorry about that.
You were just rolling along. Nash, I'll let you go first.
All right, Vikings, Bills. Personally, I take the Vikings here with their, red-hot offense and their good defense. I just think, I think this will be a very good game to watch, but Vikings by 3 or more.
Yeah, so I'm going to get 2 separate predictions here, right? So, regardless of the Jets' loss, because the Jets are a good team. Can we all admit that now, finally, that the Jets are actually good?
Yeah. Yes, with Sauce Gardner.
Yes. So, I think that, so I don't think that loss is really that much of a big deal to me, and I still think that with their entire team, the Bills are the number 1 team in the league. But Josh Allen has showed up on the injury report this week, and there's a chance he doesn't play. So, if he does play, I take Bills. If he doesn't, I take Vikings.
Yeah, because he had a UCL injury, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, that could be a very...
I don't think a lot of people know about that, but yeah, learn about it now. He is questionable for this game, and that could be crucial for the Bills heading forward. 2 losses in a row. I mean, this AFC East team the AFC East is stacked, and 2 losses in a row could potentially put them out of playoff contention for a while until they get back up.
I think this game is very crucial for both teams' future this season.
And Connor's pick for this game was the Bills. I don't think I gave mine. Mine was the Vikings for this game. I have the Vikings by about 3 or more.
Yeah, you did give yours, yeah.
All right, Texans and Giants.
Yeah, Texans versus Giants. Texans, probably the worst team in the league.
Let's just get this one quickly. Giants, right?
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Texans are so irrelevant. Honestly, this year, I forgot they were even in the league.
Tank for Bryce.
One thing about Texans real quickly, I really feel bad for Brandon Cooks and Derek Stingley.
Yes, Derek
Stingley has been overshadowed so much by Sauce Gardner on an actually good team. Derek Stingley hasn't been as good as Sauce, but he's been close.
But he's just as good.
And Brandon Cooks definitely deserves a better team.
As well as Dameon Pierce. Dameon Pierce is making the best out of this Texans offense. And
and line.
I think Kenneth Walker's better, but...
Yeah. Dameon Pierce is having an outstanding season as well.
But you just can't compare because of the line, the offensive line situation. It's hard to get a good comparison.
Yes. The Saints versus the fresh off of the bye week Steelers.
First of all, can we start with Connor? I love it, Connor. He said the Steelers. Thank you, Connor. I'm a Steelers fan, and I don't even believe in us that much. We're getting blown out.
I think the Steelers could put up a fight. I think this could be not a game, honestly.
I agree. I think
Najee Harris has been literally a bottom 5 back in the league this year. Bottom five starting back. But I think
one of the most painful plays I've ever had the displeasure of seeing. Y'all know the play, right? Against the Eagles, Najee Harris catches the ball out in the flat and has an easy first down, tries to make some juke, and gets negative yards.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's one of the rumors. But Najee Harris is one of the biggest busts in recent history, besides some other people, like Sam Darnold. But, yeah, I've Saints in this game by the amount.
I think this is a pretty irrelevant game, honestly, but coming off the bye week, I think Steelers do have a chance, but
yeah.
Also, a big thing is that
I'm going to go with Steelers, honestly.
It's on the IR.
Oh, okay.
That's real news coming off of this afternoon. So, journeyman definition of a kicker, Matthew Wright, who's been on multiple teams, literally kicked the game winner for the Jags this season, or last season, I forget, is now going to be filling in the role for Chris Boswell. But I think there are a lot of possible fourth down situations in the red zone, or a little bit beyond where they're going to be going for it and being aggressive. But I do have Saints.
Yeah. No, I'm going to say with Steelers coming off the bye, I think they could turn, not necessarily the season around, but come off ready to play.
Yeah, I'll go with Saints here, but I think that a coach as good as Tomlin will have the Steelers coming out playing well after the bye.
I agree.
Colts Raiders. I'm very excited to see what Jeff Saturday has in store for this Colts team. Initially, one of the worst coaching hires I've ever seen. But yeah, we'll see what the ESPN analyst is going to do with this team. I'm taking Raiders here. They've got, like I said, they got the new coach thing, so I'm taking Raiders.
Okay, I do have. Both teams have been really underperforming. I think aside from the Los Angeles Chargers, top to bottom, the Raiders have one of the better offensive, on paper, and defensive teams in the league. If you think about it, they have Hunter Renford, Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, solid tight end when playing good, Derek Carr, an all-right quarterback, and Josh Jacobs, a really good running back this season, like in general. But I just think that the Raiders have not been playing to their potential, and I'm going to take the Colts in this game, actually.
Piggybacking off of Chris, I'm going to take the Raiders. Both not very well put together teams this season, but I'd like to see Devontae Adams, make some noise this season. He's been very...
He made a lot of noise last week, proving he could be back. But
yes, but I mean, I just like to see them put together something and really play as a team.
All right, Titans-Broncos. I think I'm taking the Titans here. Derrick Henry, after coming off of a slow start, looks as good as ever, and the Broncos' offensive struggles have not.
I think we all know Titans here.
Yeah, I think Derrick Henry kind of carries Titans' offense. It's really run heavy, as Malik Willis is not the best. Wait, did Malik Willis start? Is he starting over Tanner? Or is Tanner hurt?
I'm not sure. I would guess Malik Willis, but I don't know.
He was playing last week. I don't know, but I think really Ryan Tannehill has really thrown away his career like last year.
Yeah, so he had 1 or 2 good years when Tennessee actually good.
When they beat the Vikings and
when they beat the Ravens.
The Ravens.
Yeah.
Tom Brady. Yeah.
All right, heading on to the next game. Prime time, 4 o'clock game.
For
Cardinals
prime time, Chris.
The Rams. I don't think this is going to live up to the prime time hype. I think it's just going to be a Cardinals blowout, as the Rams team has not been the best. Cooper Kupp trying to make the best out of the situation, but really not doing much. And the Cardinals are looking shaky, but there's possible rumors of Marquise Brown coming back. I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's still going to need another week or so to devastating. It's kind of setting down this Cardinals offense. I think Rondell Moore's done a good job filling his shoes, but Cardinals.
I think actually, no, you go first.
Okay. I think definitely another very shaky game. A lot of sloppy games this week, but I think Cardinals can pull it off. I think Marquise Brown could really fill that role of D-Hop and or just help Kyler Murray in the offense. So, if he can come back, I think definitely Cardinals.
Yeah, Marquise Brown and Diop in the same wide receiver.
Yeah, and I think they're very similar style.
Not exactly. Okay.
They have a similar build.
No, they don't. Oh, wait, are we talking about Rondale Moore and were you talking about Rondale Moore and Hollywood Brown, or Hollywood Brown and D-Hop?
Hollywood Brown and D-Hop.
No, they don't.
Yeah, maybe D-Hop's taller. Okay.
All right, but hold on. I didn't get my take on this one. I'm going to take Cardinals here. Pretty close game, I think. It actually will be a good 4 o'clock game. The only reason the Cardinals win, if this is before D-Hop comes back, I think I'm taking the Rams here. But D-Hop is back now, and I'm taking the Cardinals.
All right, this is going to be Fox America's matchup of the week. Cowboys versus Packers.
Cowboys blowout.
I think this game is not living up to any hype. I think Cowboys blowout.
I think Packers.
I think Tony Pollard's going to do well. Some of the Cowboys receivers, CeeDee Lamb, maybe Dalton Schultz will get in the action.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, really, Cowboys blowout. I have them by 20 plus.
Tony Pollard definitely, if he can step up, could really be a big asset of the Cowboys offense.
O'Connor also the Rams over the Cardinals.
Okay, but I think Packers just have really underperformed this season.
Yeah. Just another thing. I think it's the Packers' struggles are going to keep continuing on and on and on until they finally gain a little bit of confidence for a win. I think the biggest chance that they had against the win was last week against the Lions. And this is not the fun fact of the day, but I'm going to give a little extra fun fact. This is the first time in Aaron Rodgers' career that he's thrown 2+ interceptions in the red zone, and that's just showing some of their offensive struggles. Multiple times when they could have gotten a field goal or some sorts of points. And next week on Thursday Night Football for primetime, they play the Tennessee Titans. I'm not thinking they're going to get a win. I think their struggles are continuing until maybe Thanksgiving they'll get a win then. But
Chargers, Niners. This has game of the week possibilities, right?
2 exceptional running backs.
Yes. I will take the Niners before the CMT trade. Probably taking Chargers here. Both of these teams, I think, have kind of underperformed a little. These were 2 of my possible Super Bowl teams coming into the season, and they haven't quite lived up to that hype. But they have both still been solid, and I think they both still will make the playoffs. But I'm taking 49ers here.
All right.
Connor took Cowboys.
I'm happy to go real quick. I have Chargers. I think it's.
I agree, Chargers. Obviously, they haven't lived up to exactly what everyone was hoping, but with Austin Eckler and Justin Herbert, I just think on paper this team is probably one of the best in the leagues, and I think they can definitely pull it out.
I've said this before on other podcasts. Top to bottom, if we're just looking at rosters, the Chargers are the best team.
Yes. Yeah, but
there's multiple factors.
Keenan Allen's injury definitely was a big setback to the offense.
And Mike Williams. Can't forget him.
Yes.
All right, TNF football game.
Connor took 9.
I think this is a clear lock. We don't have to go over in detail. I think the
Eagles blowout.
If Eagles extending their win streak to...
Connor took the Commanders, so I just want to point that out.
I hope he's joking. He is a Commanders fan, remember. Pretty sure he's joking.
Guys, I'm not joking about that. The Commanders are winning this game. I don't care.
It's a special appearance from Connor.
The Commanders are winning this game.
Okay.
Connor, stop time before your voice gets worn out.
This is the only thing I need to say. The Commanders are winning this game. I don't care what anybody says. They're winning.
Go back on mute, Connor.
Yeah, Connor. When we talk about the Commanders, Connor comes to life.
For me, I think Eagles are definitely winning this, but I think last week, Commanders with the Vikings, they really, they had the Vikings in a good game. So I probably will see the Commanders at least giving the Eagles some run for their money.
Yeah.
I don't think so, but...
Well, now we're going to enter our Thursday night special section.
We're a little bit late to the show as the Thursday night football game was actually already started.
But it's fine. None of us have actually watched any of it.
Just some quick information about this game before we get into predictions and keys to success with Nash. The Panthers and Falcons, this is a weird instance. They literally played 2 weeks ago in Atlanta, but they're replaying again. It was one of the crazier games of the season. It ended in overtime. DJ Moore took his helmet off after the game, tying Hail Mary, and that pushed the extra point 15 yards back, and then their kicker missed it, and then later in overtime, their kicker missed it again, and then Young Recruit won the game with a nice kick. The over-under for this game is 44.
I'm taking over.
I think a lot of people taking over.
Well, actually, no. I'm taking under.
The Falcons spread is -3. The Falcons have a minus 160 money line. And also another key about this game is there are 20-plus wins going on in Carolina, Charlotte. So it could be a run-heavy game with really talented backs. Tyler Algier, Dante Foreman, and Chuba Hubbard, who I think
are going to turn this over to Nash as the main guy. So, Nash, if the Panthers are going to win this, or not the Panthers, you're a Falcons fan. If the Falcons are going to win this game, what are they going to have to do?
Well, hold on. First of all, I think it will be a run-heavy game with the heavy winds in Carolina. But I think we're going to need to target Drake London more. Give the ball.
He kind of has fallen off.
Yeah, definitely. But I think with the run-heavy approach coming for both teams coming into the game, we have to give the ball to Cordell Patterson-Baltimore. We have to give him the ball because he's a very good running back. I just think he's been overshadowed because we just pass the ball way too much. I'm just going to throw that out there. We pass the ball way too much.
Weather.com, the winds in Charlotte are currently 28 miles per hour.
Just a little. This is not the fun fact of the month, but a little fun fact: the Panthers or the Falcons this year are 3-0 when Marcus Mariota throws under 15 pass attempts. So
yeah, I was going to know that. But also one thing to know, a quick stat that I saw, but also has big effects on this game is the Falcons on third down are 45 for 100. So they're 45% on third down. So we have to pull through on third down and get the conversions because that ultimately is what's going to drive us to Benson. And
they have to get that with these two bottom 10 defenses, both really bad defenses. I think it would be a heavy offensive match.
Definitely. But I think also with having our kicker, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but we can definitely trust him with, a close game. We can definitely...
but the wins are also being taken into account.
So, yes, of course.
So we'll now go through predictions. Over-under. I'm taking the under in a rain-heavy game.
I'm also taking the under, and
I'll take under, yeah.
I also am going to take the Panthers spread +3. I think they're going to win or lose by... Actually, it's 3.5 is the spread, checking it now. So I think it's going to be... they're going to... If they lose, it's going to be by less than a field goal.
You know more about betting than I do. But what should I say? Because I'm taking the exact line. I think the Falcons do win by exactly 3.
You just take
I take the line, yeah.
I'm also taking the Falcons money line. I think that's a really...
But fun, I don't know if you guys know this, but if the Panthers can lose by 2, that covers the spread.
Obviously, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
So all taken our picks, have we?
I haven't.
Yeah.
If the Falcons can do what I said, I think we can win comfortably. But it just all depends on what we are running on offense and how our defense predicts.
No, we didn't.
All right. So now that we've all gotten our picks done, I think it's time to wrap up. We're gonna go a fun fact, a little interesting one today. So this isn't related to the Bucks, or not the Bucks, the Panthers or the Falcons. It's related to the division that they're in, the NFC South. If the leader of the NFC South, which are the Bucks, who have a record, their record is 4-5. They have a losing record and they're winning a division. If they were in the AFC East, they would be last place. As the worst team in the AFC East is the 5-4 Patriots. So the last team in the AFC East could be put in the NFC South and they'd be leading. But in the AFC East, they're least. So that just shows you the drop-off of how good the AFC East is and how bad the NFC South is.
Yeah, there's usually some stat like this every year. I think we all remember when the 7-9 Washington football team was able to make the playoffs. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
Shut up, Connor. You're sick.
All right. Well, I've never done it before. Let me do the outro. That'd be
sure.
So, one thing to add. Can I add one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Just in the long term, Falcons to just have a successful franchise, we need a franchise quarterback. Because Marcus Mariota is not that guy.
I think they need to trade in the offseason.
Or draft, yeah.
Or wait 3 years. Or wait 3 years after Drake May.
I'm pretty sure we have some picks.
You might be able to pick up Hendon Hooker this year. I don't know.
And getting some picks from trading away Calvin Ridley, I think we could definitely buy herself in a decent
All
quarterback.
right, well, thank you for listening to our episode. It was a really fun one to do, and just like our friend Josh Allen always says, tails always fails. Thank you guys for listening. Have a good one, and see you next time on
Bye, guys.
Flip Podcast.
See ya. Thanks, Nash.
Bye, people.
Yes, thank you for having me.
All right, we're done. Let's go.